Okay, I think we are all ready to start. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the stream tonight. Today we are taking a look at Murder is Game Over, Murder Otaku. And I know a lot of you are going to say that you have probably never heard of the series. It's a great little indie series by someone called Hitheryon Games over on Twitter. We have played a couple of the previous installments of the game and have very much enjoyed it. Definitely a Scooby-Doo whodunit murder mystery vibe. And we figured it's October, so it's time to get a spooky game on the channel or two. We did get Gloomy Eyes on the channel last month, a little early, but now we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one. A huge thanks to the dev, of course, for providing the code so we could play it today. Press enter or spacebar to advance the game text. Yep, okay. Yes, we have played before. Oh, gotta hold it. I think I just selected no, didn't I? Anyway, it's fine. It'll be fine. Introduction. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 2 years ago. Jennifer. Raina. Ooh, that sounds like she's not happy. Here, Jennifer, take this. Oh, she's being murdered? No, it's too late for you? Forgive me. Oh, this is gonna be like a cut. Oni statue. Nani? Oh, it's the creepy noise. By the way, hello, Techie. And of course, the lovely Ducky. The investigation. Present day. Before the events of Murder is Game Over, Deal Killer. Oh, that's right. Okay. That makes sense. I think we knew that. The last game is coming back to me. Cleo, it's so good to see you again. My sweet little friend. Oh dear, excuse me. Yes, welcome, Detective Guy. That is our name. We are Detective Guy. Thank you so much for coming out here in the line of duty, even way past your bedtime, in the middle of the night. How do you know what my bedtime is? That scene was a recap from the last game? I think so. It's been like an entire year, so I'm not 100% sure. I would have to rewatch. That's me, doing whatever it takes. Well, at least try not to yawn. There's been a suspicious death here, and we've got no time to waste. Let me fill you in on what we know now. Okay. I know the controls. Case details. Very well. Let's dive right into the specifics. Welcome in, Kelsey. Hello, how are you? Santa, a member for 14 months. Oh my goodness, that's such a long time. How are you doing, my loveliest Kelsey? My identity? You? You're our main murder mystery man. Okay. I was just making sure this question wasn't something else. Oh, but I almost forgot. Cleo, your clue-sniffing dog is fantastic. She always knows where to find evidence. Yep. Okay. It's not beneath my dignity to talk to your adorable dog, even if most people won't. Cleo. Yes, Cleo, I love you too. We all love Cleo. Okay, our location. Where are we? It's 11 p.m. at the Grand Builder-Built Hotel in downtown Philadelphia. This 1920s Art Deco style high-rise hotel has a lot of history. And this is just the first floor. If you think this is impressive, wait until you see the view from above. Cleo is the goat. You're 100% right, Kelsey. Tell me, Detective Guy, have you ever been to an anime convention before? I mean, I know what they are. I don't think I've actually ever been to one. Let's see. Thinking, no. Well, this coming weekend, the Builder-Built Hotel is also the home of Yokai-Con, a brand new anime convention in its first year. Ah, I see. Anime, or Japanese animation, is a popular genre of entertainment with a wildly enthusiastic fan base. That is not too far from the truth. Maybe you've heard of Studio Ghibli, Pokemon, or Dragon Ball. There are many anime series and movies. The anime fan base is incredibly passionate and creative. Often fans dress up as characters from their favorite anime, which is called cosplay. At anime conventions like Yokai-Con, large groups of anime fans called Otakus, get together to celebrate their enjoyment of Japanese animation, video games, graphic novels, music, and cosplay. It's very true. They do indeed do this. Sorry, I'm chewing on some Smarties. 1 second. Okay. Don't mind me. Anime conventions also bring in celebrities and special guests to appear, perform, and sign autographs for the fans. Yokai-Con is poised to open its doors to the public early tomorrow morning, so we desperately need your help solving this case before the area is crawling with anime fans. Okay. We have our objective. The victim is a young Japanese woman called Reina Ishida. She's a well-known Japanese pop singer who was flown in to the convention as a special guest and performer. Reina was a J-pop idol singer. Interestingly, Reina Ishida graduated from a prestigious university here in Philadelphia before she went back to Japan and signed a deal with Origin Records in Tokyo. Reina performed the theme song for a popular new anime last year, and her career took off as a result. The event was going to be like a homecoming show for her. But now she's dead, and we've got to get this case solved before the Japanese consulate arrives and it turns into an international crisis. Ah, that's fair. Cause of death. Believe me, if we knew how Reina Ishida died, we would have let you sleep. You'll find her body in the Atlantic Theater, on stage, in a locked room, in the dark. The main floor was locked, and the hotel owner reports that the freight elevator inside had been broken for several weeks. I suggest you and Cleo begin by examining the murder victim's body. The entrance to the theater is the large door to the left. Just up from the hotel service desk. Okay, we need to go left. The hotel proprietor, Betty Bilderbilt, is the granddaughter of the hotel's original owner, Bartholomew Bilderbilt. These names are really funny. She adamantly believes that the hotel is haunted. It's certainly an unusual old building. Miss Bilderbilt insists that this is some kind of supernatural murder. The ghosts of the hotel's dark past are to blame. Find it hard to believe. We're looking to you for an explanation. Sounds like a job for me. Including This is gonna be a challenge all game. Betty Bilderbilt, there are 8 people in the hotel. They're all here for the anime convention or on the hotel staff. Each one is a suspect. Once you look at the body and make some deductions, you'll gain access to the full hotel area and its denizens. Okay. I'm ready. The police have sealed off the hotel entrance in order to detain the suspects. If Betty Bilderbilt's suggestion of a supernatural death is wrong, then that means the murderer is still here in the hotel. I hope you and Cleo can get to the bottom of this affair soon. We're counting on you. I'm gonna look for a logical explanation before I assume that this death is supernatural. Locked room or not, let's go, Cleo. Say that to Hendaya, Betty Bilderbilt. I don't know if I want to even try that, admittedly. Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, can we? Okay, and we can move with their arrows too. It always throws me off that it's not WASD. This is a computer. Can we, like, look at this? No? Can we look at it from this angle? If I remember rightly, when something's interactable, there's, like, a button that pops up. This is the main elevator for the hotel. This isn't where Officer Adams said that victim's body is found. Okay. The main elevator will take you to the upper floors of the hotel after you've done a preliminary examination of the crime scene. Us local police have been all over the foyer and the theater already, but we haven't found any clues. However, your clue-sniffing dog might be able to find something you missed. You should explore with Cleo as the party leader. Yes. Clues wouldn't appear if Guy is the party leader. Right. I remember this. Okay, there is a Cleo snack instead of a Scooby snack. All right, we'll take the doggy bag with us. After we solve the case, I promise that you'll get an amazing treat. 20 doggy bags. Okay. So we have a goal. Oh, here's a clue. 3. Leo found a clue. This is an old, I think it's supposed to be, this is an old issue of the Philadelphia Inquisitor newspaper from 1 year ago. Headline, historic hotel reopens with historic new owner. Betty Builderbilt, granddaughter of the infamous Bartholomew Build-A-Built, whatever, recently purchased the rights to the historic hotel bearing her family name. Constructed in 1919, this luxury hotel welcomed many famous guests, including politicians, movie actors, mafia dons, and other celebrities of the day. Bartholomew's successful proprietorship was cut short by the oncoming of prohibition laws when he brazenly refused to heed. He was arrested on suspicion of operating a secret speakeasy. He died in prison after refusing to confess. Bartholomew Builderbilt's last words were, "You corrupt pigs can take away my dark ale and my red wine, but you'll never find my secret sash of gold," before he was muffled and taken away. The hotel lay mostly dormant for decades, with rumors of ghosts and lurid events steaming the efforts of new owners and managers. But today, thanks to a multi-million-dollar loan from the Liberty Bell Bank, the historic Builderbilt Hotel is now owned and operated by Bartholomew's kin once more. So that's interesting. Cleo deserves a treat. Yes, she does. Okay, so let's just do another sweep. Those just look like lights. Yep, okay. There's one on the other side as well. Story leads to the exhibition. This isn't where offer. Yeah, because we have to go left for that. So I'm not going to bother going through doors. Yeah, what does the sign say? Welcome to Yokai-Con. Please pick up your badge. Ah, okay. I did not mean to click on it again. Okay. So we need to go here. I knew there would be a doggy bag back here. The exact kind of place that one would be. Okay. Oh, another one? This is a big exhibition hall. Alright, here's the body. It's the body of the murder victim, Reina Ishida. She's dressed in the style of J-pop idol singer and performer. Her hair coloring is very intricate and eye-catching. It almost looks like a wig. She's also wearing a surgical mask. Her throat was slit by something large and sharp. Ooh, gruesome. She must have died instantly. She was staying as a guest, then she must have had a hotel room keycard, but I don't see it on her person. What happened to her hotel room keycard? There's no blood around the body. Was Reina Ishida killed here? If not, how did her body end up in this locked theater? Guess we've got another mystery to solve. Yeah, a body with no blood and a slit throat? That screams weird. Okay. So. Oh, this is creepy. Found a clue? The freight elevator is definitely broken. Somebody slashed one of the cables down below. There's no way somebody could enter or exit the theater through the freight elevator when it's not operational. No ketchup. Yeah, no ketchup. The clue is saved by your case file. Okay. So... what the heck? What is this? Oh, okay, it's a paint bucket. Somebody spilled over this can of paint inside this locked theater. Probably an accident that happened in the dark. You can see small traces of footprints in the paint splashes here too. That's interesting. These marks are material enough for me. This was done by a person, not a ghost. It still doesn't explain how the person responsible got into and out of this locked room though. Yes, this is interesting. Very interesting. We need to go back there because we hadn't gone down the other aisle. I like to explore thoroughly. This is the kind of game that exploring rewards you. So you just want to be thorough about it. Okay. There we go. And out we go. We found the victim's body and investigated the theater thoroughly for clues. Let's go back and report to Officer Adams about what we know now. The plot thickens, indeed. Oh yeah, need to be him. Were you and Cleo able to make any deductions after investigating the locked theater? Yes, we finished investigating the theater for now. Cleo found some important clues which had previously been overlooked. Excellent. I know Cleo could do it. Were you able to determine Rena Ishida's cause of death? Throat slit. Was murdered by an incision in the neck. Her throat was slashed by some kind of sharp, large weapon. Alright, Cleo, that's interesting. The murder victim was a singer. When her throat was slit, her singing voice was symbolically silenced. There was also no blood found on stage by the body. That suggests the killing took place someplace else rather than inside the locked room. In addition to the front door, the hotel proprietor also mentioned a freight elevator that connects to a loading dock in the basement. Were you able to observe the working condition? It was broken. Freight elevator was broken. Somebody slashed one of the cables in the basement. Nobody could enter or leave the theater, then it seems impossible the hotel owner is right. Can this poor girl really have been killed by some kind of evil spirit haunting the builder-built hotel? I don't know about any ghosts, but Cleo and I found evidence that another real person was inside the theater. A bucket of paint had been knocked over and spilled onto the floor. We also noticed footprints from the paint spilled next to the paint bucket. I see. So then the footprints and the paint proved that somehow another person was inside the enclosed theater. Why would the owner of this hotel protest that the death was somehow caused by the supernatural? Cleo and I found an old newspaper article about the reopening of this hotel. The hotel lay mostly dormant for decades. This is what we read. See to it that you speak with her about this. You'll find Betty Builder-Built on the mezzanine level. You can access the mezzanine using either the elevator or the sets of stairs in the back of this foyer. Cleo and I have solved some other cases where what seemed like a supernatural occurring turned out to be a red herring. We're only going to admit that this is supernatural when we're completely unable to find a logical solution. This case has just begun. I know that you and Cleo can do it again. We'll do it again. I just have to say, it's in your hands. I'm going to go outside to make sure the area is secure. You now have the authority to move freely about the builder-built hotel, so you can keep looking for clues and suspects. When you're certain that you know who the killer is, then the police will be ready. Good luck, Detective Guy. And Cleo, of course. We're all counting on both of you. So, I just have to say, the funny thing about a locked room is clearly it has to be somebody either in the hotel or hotel staff, because it's really easy to just lock a door from the outside. So, especially like an exhibition hall that is going to have a key and a lock. So, to me, like, first suspicions is obviously it's got to be somebody with a key or somebody who was intelligent enough to like pickpocket the key off of staff members. So it has to be somebody that would be trusted. I don't know. Maybe it's no help at all, but at the same time, I don't think being in a locked room with a body that clearly wasn't like placed there really is any conclusion at all. Okay, we can go upstairs now. Oh, whoa, the colors threw me off there. Okay. Yes, I see. The red is where we walk. Or a ghost. Yeah, I guess it could be. It could be a ghost. Our 3-year-old locks doors and I don't trust him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, Leo found a clue. This diary belongs to Kiki Suzuki. She describes her experience performing and getting a record deal. I can't believe what just happened. I'm heartbroken. Rena X Hime was my inspiration that got me started performing. This is so sad. Look at this recent entry. I don't want to do this. It goes against every aspect of my being. It's horrible, but I have no choice. I can't believe this is what my career has come to. What action is she referring to in the passage of this text? We haven't met Suzuki yet. The clue is saved. Okay. A doggy bag. Okay, we'll go talk to that person once I've done my due diligence. Deposit 3 quarters to play. Sorry, Cleo, I don't have enough quarters to play the game. So we need to find quarters? That's funny. I'm assuming these are like little stores. I'll be back for you. Oh, yep, there's a doggy bag over here. Leo found a clue. It's a bouquet of white roses. How romantic. Hey, why did somebody dispose of these flowers here? To Reina from Robert? So far, we haven't met anyone who would know about this. Yeah, but we want to get the clues first. I take it that you aren't here to buy cosplay accessories for the dog. Suspect added to case file. Lana Kramer. YokaiCon convention chair. Welcome to YokaiCon. I'm Lana, and I started this anime convention. I christened the event YokaiCon... Christened? Yeah, okay. Based on my experiences working on costumes for horror movies. A yokai is a Japanese ghost, demon, monster, or supernatural trickster. Aha. Wow, I never expected my beautiful event would turn into a real-life murder scene. Yeah, I would imagine not. I was the one who booked Reina Ishida to perform at the convention. My dad, Billy, handled the business side, and I took care of the event programming. The J-pop concert in the Atlantic Theater on Saturday was supposed to be perfect. If you're looking for my father, you'll find him holed up in the convention suite on the 12th floor. Having fun isn't exactly his thing. Reina wasn't just a great singer, she also looked fabulous visually. The hair, the makeup, the wardrobe, she must have had an excellent costume designer. Her manager from Oricon Records, Tomo, charged us a lot of money, but I wanted to see her sing so badly. Tomo should be up on the 12th floor somewhere too. The 12th floor was reserved for YokaiCon convention guests. Okay, what's your alibi? When Reina disappeared from her locked hotel room, I was here. Someone's gotta watch the dealer's room, right? She left some of her costume materials down here for safekeeping before this show. I was hoping to greet her before she got into the elevator and went to her hotel room. She looked upset. Maybe it was the long flight from Japan? I loved how creepy this hotel felt when I first took the tour last year, but I can't believe what happened. Like I said, I was in the foyer earlier and I saw her get on the elevator. I was also there when Betty Builderbuilt locked the door to the Atlantic Theater. Each hotel guest has their own hotel keycard, so nobody besides her could get inside her room, which doesn't explain... I guess the hotel proprietor would have their own master key in case of emergencies, but Betty Builderbuilt was also in the convention suite having it out with my dad at the same time. So you're sure the victim's hotel room keycard was not found on her body? Wait, did we tell her that? Should we have told her that? Isn't that classified information? That other singer, the new one who was brought to be the opening act. I can't believe what she said to Reina before she died. Huh? Nani? Watch out, Reina Ishida. You're about to get blown away. Huh? Who are you? You really don't know? I'm Kiki, the new signee to Oricon Records. Mark my words, your days on top are numbered. That's right. Without your partner, Hime, you're nothing. Tell me, where would you be if not for Hime x Reine? Suspicious. I agree. Leave me alone, Kiki. You're young and you're new at this. You don't know what you're doing. This is probably not wrong. That seems more like competitive banter to me. Admittedly, it's kind of like, watch out, I'm coming for you. You know, I'm coming for the top of the charts. I think I hear, like, people say that all the time. Can't prove that Kiki killed Rena, but she certainly acted hostile towards her. Okay. Is it just the, like... I think it's just, like, these things making background noise? Just making sure there's not like... Oh, whoa. You can like walk behind them. Oh, that's trippy. Ah. Is there anything? I must check. You never know. Alright. Next room. I don't think we can... Can we go up here? Oh, yeah, we can. It's Betty. All right, let's search for clues first. Always do the clue searching. And the doggy bag hiding. Oh, it's a different room. Okay. Oh. We found a quarter. Hey, sweet. One step closer to playing the game. Leo found a clue. This is some kind of old parchment with writing on it, but what is this? Riddle? What does it mean? We haven't met anyone who mentioned something like this yet. Okay. Can't go up here, can we? Oh, we can. Oh my gosh, I'm so intuitive. Oh yeah. Gotta be him. Welcome to my family's iconic grand builder-built hotel. Darling, what do you think of this place? Suspect added to case file. Betty Builder-Built. Owner. I'm Betty Builder-Built. I feel like this girl is very pompous. She looks like it with the big hat and the earrings, you know? Of course, yeah. Of course I'm Betty Builder-Built. Surely the cops must have mentioned me. This hotel has had all kinds of wild escapades over the years. It's exciting to know we've still got it. I don't think murder should be included in your list of exciting escapades, ma'am. I hope that didn't come off a bit cold. It definitely did. Oh my gosh. I see your dog found that old newspaper clipping. I was wondering where it went. I'm extremely proud to have obtained the rights to my grandfather's hotel, but it's going to take a lot of effort to restore this place to its former grandeur. So are you just killing people that are coming to your hotel to get people to talk about it? I'm concerned. I didn't know the victim, but I was looking forward to having performees in the Atlantic Theater again after all these years. It's my job to provide hospitality towards our guests, so I made sure the anime convention personnel had their own private floor away from other hotel guests. I guess you haven't had the chance to ride in our elevator yet. The plate is there because the other floors aren't ready for hotel guests yet, so I sealed them off. Okay. Oh dear, I'm rambling, aren't I? Wait, so there's entire floors that are sealed off in this place? That's even creepier. Anyway, I set that unfortunate girl up in one of our nicest rooms on the 12th floor, and then I kept my nose out of her affairs. Doesn't sound like you did. Don't point your finger at me, young man. I have an alibi for the murder. Earlier tonight, I was having a friendly conversation with the Yokai-Con business owner in the convention suite on the 12th floor. Friendly is not what I heard. Lana Kramer may have the title of convention chair officially, but I assure you that her father, Billy, is the one pulling the financial strings. Billy Kramer will vouch that I didn't leave the conversation suite until we heard the terrible news. So did you do it together? I want the money for Yokai-Con now. You've held out on me long enough. I'm sorry, but those aren't the terms we agreed on to do business. There have been a lot of unusual goings-on at this hotel recently. You might want to reconsider. You'll get your money by the end of the weekend once I get what I want. Wait, Billy Kramer, wasn't he the last one? Hello? Yes, come in. Hey, I've been looking all over for you. Where have you been? I couldn't find you at the front desk. What? Did something happen? My singer, Reina, I heard a scream from inside her hotel room. The door to her room is locked. Surely you can't be serious. Hurry, we need to unlock her hotel room. Oh, let's go. Wait. Huh? You can find Mr. Kramer in the convention suite on the 12th floor. It's like I told Officer Adams, this hotel is haunted. Surely you felt that cold, ghostly presence when you explored the theater. The ghosts of the past are the true owners of this hotel, and I'm just their humble caretaker. The window glass on the 13th floor keeps shattering no matter how many times I get it repaired. Then 2 weeks ago, Hannah told me that the freight elevator cables in the basement inexplicably broke. Since she was hired 6 months ago, Hannah keeps herself busy by fixing things on the 13th floor. She's a great worker, especially for what I can afford to pay. And now we've got an unexplainable murder inside a locked theater. Don't tell me that you don't believe in ghosts just because you say you found a few footprints. I mean, ma'am, like, come on. It could have been the ghost of my grandfather, Bartholomew, or perhaps it was someone from one of those mafia executions that happened here decades ago. Or maybe some Japanese spirit that appeared here because of the anime convention. Okay, clearly she's going to be utterly useless in this case. One way or another, something sinister is in the air here. Yeah, it's the fact that you don't believe that this is real and you have a murder walking around. That's what's sinister in the air here, ma'am. I've used the master key to unlock all the hotel rooms on your behalf. Good luck. You and your dog will need it. Ha ha ha. She unlocked everyone's rooms. So does that basically mean that they're subject to be murdered if we aren't around? That's kind of what I'm hearing. Okay. So there's 2 rooms here. So let's go in here. Where is this? Oh, this looks creepy. This looks like there could be a ghost here. Found a clue. A beehive? Careful, Cleo. That's a bee's nest. The bee's generally not active until morning, but we still shouldn't get too close. The clue is saved to your case file. The bees are a clue. How are the bees a clue? Stella News. Oh, sorry. Do you want to see my press credentials? Huh? Suspect added to case file. Stella News, J-pop idol music journalist. My name is Stella, and I'm the editor of a small music sign called, well, Stella. I was invited to interview Reina Ishida about her career as an idol performer. My press pass got me into the event before the crowds arrive tomorrow. What's going to happen with the anime convention now? Reina Ishida was a J-pop music star both in America and in Japan. I can fill you in on some of her history since this is my area of expertise. Reina Ishida and her American college roommate recorded some videos of themselves singing Annie-song cover duets as Hime x Reina that went viral on social media. Before long, they were attracting interest from top Japanese record labels, and soon Hime x Reina had inked a deal with Origin Records in Tokyo. Sadly, everything they worked for was short-lived when the other girl, Hime, suddenly collapsed from a freak medical accident and passed on. The tragic death of Hime from Hime x Reina resulted in a huge outpouring of sympathy from fans. Reina Ishida and Oricon Records then rode the wave of attention and continued her career as a solo artist. After performing a few successful songs in popular anime, Reina became a popular artist in her own right. The show at Yokai-Con would have been her triumphant return to where it all began. Looking forward to being the one to ask her how she felt about everything in retrospective. I just wish that I fully understand what happened. Interesting. My alibi? Well, I rode the elevator with Reina just before she died. She got off on the 12th floor to return to her hotel room. I wanted to arrange our interview, but I could tell from her demeanor that something was going on. I figured it would be better to try again later rather than put pressure on her before the big event. So I watched her hit the button for the 12th floor and get off the elevator. Then, I went about my business. That's probably an alibi. Especially if you were like the last person seen with a dead body. Okay. I saw Reina Ishida get off the elevator with my own eyes. It makes no sense. I was hoping to take a picture of the Atlantic Theater earlier tonight, but the door was locked. I don't understand how Reina Ishida could have left her hotel room and then been murdered in the same locked theater. Seems impossible. We spent hours looking for her all over the hotel. So was the body put there with the elevator that had the cable slashed? And was it repaired and then re-destroyed? Reina switched Hima's meds with sugar pill. She did it. I kind of had that thought, not gonna lie. There was this young man holding a bouquet of roses who tried to approach Reina before she got in the elevator. He seemed like a real big fan, if you know what I mean. Reina Ishida was beautiful, talented, smart, popular, and nice, so she had lots of fans. Unfortunately, some idol fans get a little too attached to their favorite performers. That's what this smelled like to me. What's the word? Incel? The type of guy who doesn't take rejection well? Dude. Reina, hey, you're Reina Ishida. I have something for you. It's a surprise. I hope you like it. I've been a big fan of your singing for years. I think you're perfect and I hope you never change. She wouldn't even look at me. Ah. I mean, she could have at least said, like, thank you? I don't know. Not sure what happened to the guy with the flowers. He's probably in the video room watching, never mind. No thank you. Don't want to think about that. Reina Ishida was a hero to J-pop music fans everywhere, myself included. We lost Hime 2 years ago, now this. What a horrible price to pay for fame. That's actually the entire reason I never wanted to be famous. I like the idea of content creation because at least I maintain some anonymity. Or at least, you know, I like to think that. Don't know how true it is, but there's something in the pool. What is it? Are you gonna come to me? Come to me. Never leave our house. Yes, exactly. Where is this thing going? We have 9 doggy bags. Is that just the pool cleaner? It definitely kind of looks like something I'm supposed to go click on once it gets to the wall, but maybe not. Leo found a clue! This document is Reina Ishida's contract with Oricon Records. Her terms with Oricon Record are about to expire unless the contract is renewed. We haven't met anyone from the record company yet. Oh, so that's good to know. Maybe they were trying to re-sign her and she said no, so they killed her. That's definitely an angle for sure. Okay, so we've gone through here. Oh, is this the door we came in? Those are the stairs that we... Oh, I see. So this loops. So that must mean this is something different? No, it's all the same. What's in the middle? We have to find out. This is the roof. Motive, exactly. This guy's creepy. Select your game difficulty mode for Ghost Chase gameplay. Guys, admittedly, I'm having a cozy mode kind of night. I don't really want to run from robots, but I root for robots. Ghosts. We're gonna do cozy today. Yes, I'm sure. You can now change the game mode using mode in a game menu. We've got to keep seeking out more suspects and clues. I really just love the Scooby-Doo murder mystery about this game, admittedly. Ghost chasing aside. Where should we go? So we were at the mezzanine. Basement, floor 1, 12, or 13. I kind of want to go to her floor. Running from ghosts isn't cozy. Yeah. Typically. Okay, it's Tomo Ori. Have you figured out who killed my singer yet, Detective San? Suspect added to case file. Tomo Ori, her manager. Your identity. Kazu Ori, Vice President of Oricon Records in Tokyo. Reina Ishida was one of our label's most prized assets. As the artist manager, it's my job to make sure that talent does everything that's required by contract. As you know, Reina was booked to perform at the convention this weekend. Naturally, I accompanied her. Also traveling with it was Kiki Suzuki, a new signee to the label who's supposed to be Reina's opening act. Kiki's hotel room is also on this floor. Yeah, so basically she's saying that she was going to surpass Reina by having a better opening show. She doesn't have the same kind of popularity with fans as Reina had. As you probably know by now, Reina Ishida was one of the top artists on Oricon Records' roster. She first became popular on the internet as a duet. Yep, she's now attracted the attention. After her partner died suddenly, it made sense to offer her a deal as a solo performer. So 2 years ago, Reina Ishida signed with us. She was beloved by the fans. All I wanted for her was to keep on performing. I'm thinking she wanted to, stop performing. My alibi? I was outside her hotel room door standing guard until it happened. I saw Reina step out of the elevator, and she walked right past me and through the hotel room door. Sir. So then it had to have been the service elevator, because doesn't the service elevator, connect to rooms? I don't know. Can we talk about this big decision? It definitely sounds like him. You're still signed to a contract with Oricon Records, and I'm still your manager. So I wanted for her... Come on, Reina, open up. This is important business. Actually, romantic. Taylor Swift. Yeah, exactly. After hearing the scream, I went to the hotel lobby to try and locate Betty Bilderbilt, who had the master key to the hotel. Betty wasn't at the front desk, so I kept looking. Eventually, I found her in the convention suite speaking with Billy Kramer. When we finally got Reina's hotel room door unlocked, Reina was gone without a trace. There were no signs of a struggle. The plot thickens. Dun, dun, dun. I was right here outside Reina Ishida's hotel room until I heard her scream and left to seek help. I don't understand how Reina Ishida could simply vanish from one locked room and then turn up dead in another locked room. If you can figure that out, I think you'll have the key to your mystery. This anime convention is suspicious. Between you and I, it doesn't seem very well run. Billy Kramer, the guy putting up the money for the event, doesn't even like anime. I'm not even sure he could locate Japan on a map. So what's Billy Kramer's deal? Why is he putting on this event at all? He's still hanging around in the convention suite, the big room down the hall. You talk to him, you'll see what I mean. His daughter asked him to do it. He's just wrapped around his daughter's pinky. Probably the most likely circumstance. You didn't mention you had a contract dispute with the victim. Hey, that's Reina Ishida's record contract. Give it back. It's a trade secret. Let me guess. Actually, technically, it's police evidence. Sir, you're in a murder scene. Anything in this is now police evidence to solve the murder, so I don't have to give it back. When you watch law shows. Let me guess. You offered her a deal. She turned you down, then you threatened her and it got out of hand. No, that's not what happened. All right, the truth is that Rena was planning to quit, to retire from being a performer. I called it. And nobody on the outside knew. Her departure would have been a disaster for the company. I mean, better to kill her than suffer a disaster to your company. Sir, this is police evidence. I am the police. Good news, Rena. Oricon Records approved a much larger advance on your upcoming record. You'll be pleased. I'm not re-signing. What? You can't be serious. I'm done with this career. I'm graduating. Finished. Moving on. You'd be crazy not to sign. No, I'm going to medical school. I'm going to be an allergist. Interesting. But isn't being a J-pop idol what you wanted when you and your singing partner formed Hima X Reina and started recording videos? It's what she wanted. I've done everything I can for Jennifer to live her dream of being a pop music idol that she was unable to live. Oh, that's rough. And what? Now it's time for me to live my own dream. What I want is to find a way to save more people like Jennifer. I can't bring her back, but I can become a doctor so I can do the best to help people. Oh, that's so genuine. Oh, and that's just like even more sad because it's dead. Oof. She was determined to pursue going to medical school and become an allergist, even if it meant the end of her singing career. When she came back to the hotel room later, I couldn't even get in a word. Okay, I don't believe it. What is Oricon Records going to do now? Yeah, now she really is dead, so. You lost 2 pop stars. Let's go in the room. Rena planning to move to Sunnyside and be a farmer and live a slow life. Exactly. All right, we gotta be Chloe. Found a doggy bag. That's rough, buddy. That's what I'm saying. It's always the ones that want to save the world that end up dead. This sure is a gruesome looking statue, but it's only a statue. What's a bubbly pop star doing with such a terrifying statue anyway? Maybe we can find someone who knows something about this strange statue. Okay. Is there anything else like in here? No. No. Okay. That's like it? Really? In the room? Jeez. Oh my gosh, I love the downstairs parallax. That's so clever. Oh, that's funny. Oh, a quarter. Only a statue. Has this person even watched Doctor Who? I don't know. Don't make me think about Weeping Angels. Wait, is that Reina's room? Yeah, that was Reina's room. Okay. Robert Forbes? It's really funny that the guy's name is Forbes. Hello? This is one of Hime X Reina's popular music videos from 2 years ago. The channel was taken down after Jennifer, passed away. But fortunately, I've got a bootleg copy on my secret web server. It had millions of views back then. This was just before they got contacted by Oricon Records. Watch the video? Doctor Who? Which doctor? Are you talking about House? No, the show Doctor Who. Oh my gosh, this is J-pop concert. Thanks so much to everyone for enjoying our music and videos. We want to thank our friends, family, and our fans all over the world. Uma concert. Yeah. My wonderfully creative sister, Hanako, for making these amazing costumes. Arigato gozaimasu. Yes. They're both amazing, aren't they? Let's go talk to this dude. No other stuff? Okay. Rena Ishida's killer must be brought to justice. Yeah, the funny thing about these guys is they're not typically the killer because they're obsessed with them. My real name is Robert Forbes, and I'm a computer specialist. I drove a long distance to be here. I'm a very big Rena Ishida fan and J-pop music fan in general. She's one of the original Hime X Rena fans, and I've followed her career closely since the beginning. Since the incident 2 years ago, I bought a VIP badge to attend YokaiCon on the internet, and I was looking forward to getting to finally, meet her. Rena Ishida was one of my favorite singers. I even memorized all kinds of trivia about Hime X Rena that I read in an Idol Zone. Jennifer Bjergard? University major, performing arts, favorite anime, Sailor Moon, worst phobia, bees. Rena Ishida, university major, pre-med, favorite anime, Macross Frontier, worst phobia, letting down my friends. Alright, that's enough, thanks. I understand that the victim meant a lot to you. Yeah, that's a little creepy. I just gotta say, if I can do anything to help, please call on me. I was here in this video room for most of the night until the manhunt for Reina began. Iki Suzuki, one of the other performance guests, wandered in here just before it happened. Her hotel room is number 1208. Okay. It's not that I'm not excited, but it just feels like so much pressure. How so? Let's just say there are times you're expected to do things that you may not want to, but you have to stay cheerful. In the end, the love of the fans makes it all worthwhile. Huh? Reina Ishida has been through so much in her career. She's a true idol. Hey, what's all that commotion in the hallway? You know, people can be very different underneath a facade behind a mask. You're wearing a mask. You're literally wearing a mask on your face. It seems that somehow the killer was alone in a locked room situation with Reina Ishida. Wow, if only I could have been alone in a locked room. That's creepy. Oh geez, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, there was only one way to mean that. There's no meaning that with good intentions. Personally, I think it was the hotel maid, Hanako. She spends all her time up on the 13th floor where those mafia executions were supposed to have happened a long time ago. She seems normal, but there's something about her that seems off. I bet Hannah is still up on the 13th floor. Gee, what's this? You were seen attempting to give this bouquet to the murder victim. You mentioned that you were a big fan of Rina. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, let me remind you that I'm investigating a murder, and if the victim rejected your romantic advances, then that gives you a serious motive. All right, it's true. I was stalking Rina Ishida. I admit it. Okay. Sir, you just admitted to a felony. Having used my computer skills to hack into the hotel database, I wanted to find out what room Rina was staying in. Maybe clever enough to hack the database, but I couldn't find a way to hack that manager of hers away from guarding Rona's hotel room door. You gained access to the hotel's database and you learned where the victim was staying. That's not all I discovered, though. I was looking at the Builderbuilt Hotel's financial records, and this place is about to be repossessed. Betty Builderbuilt is going to need a way to come up with some serious cash to pay back the bank loan. She's under tremendous pressure. This place is advertised as having a dark past. Maybe Betty dreamed up this whole locked room murder trick in a fit of desperation as a way to attract more media attention and business. I didn't kill Rena. All I wanted was for her to be happy, I swear. If only I wasn't so awkward. Yeah. Or if only you didn't stalk somebody that you had never met before and who didn't know you existed, hacked a computer and stolen all that information and then approached her. And yeah, these are the things we don't do. That's not normal human behavior. Just throwing that out there. Rena Ishida had a heart of gold. There's no way a sweetheart like Rena deserves a horrible fate like this. They will live on in the hearts of fans like me everywhere. Yeah. I hope not in fans like you. Let's have less fans like that. Okay, 1208. Iki Suzuki. A doggy bag. There's no clues in here? No fun. You may not have murdered her, but you went overboard. Yes, exactly. Your behaviors are still needing therapy worthy. Please talk to somebody about it. he was stalking her, why didn't he see the killer? Just saying. That's the thing. Yeah, like, that's a very good point. If you're stalking her, why? How do you not, like, know who killed her? I can't believe Rena Ishida is dead. This isn't what I had expected. I imagine murder is not what anybody is expecting, man. I'm Kiki Suzuki. I'm a singer from Japan, and I'm excited to be at YokaiCon with Oricon Records. That's how I was planning to introduce myself at the concert before all this happened. Rena Ishida was a talented and popular singer who had everything. I'm only a new artist on the label trying to make my way and win over fans. The woman who runs the convention doesn't even know my name. Rena was my rival, but I'm not afraid of a little competition. No, I wasn't going to murder her. All I wanted was to be able to kill it on stage during the show. Yeah, claim all that. The rumor is that Rena was going to retire, to graduate from being an idol performer, as we say. She may not have appreciated having so many adoring fans, but it sounds like a dream to me. I guess being a performer, it takes away a part of your soul. Yeah. Well, first I was in here rehearsing my songs. Then just before it happened, I went into the video room. That guy with the mask was in there watching Rena's concert footage. I do not want to rewatch the scene. Oh, you met him already. He seemed like a nice guy to me. Smart, passionate, and creative. That's not what I would describe him as. I used to think dying on stage was poetic for a singer, but this is a nightmare. Yeah? How did Rena's body get from her hotel room to the stage after Ori-san heard her scream earlier? Like evil magic is in the air. Also, here's a thought. There was no blood in her room, so her throat wasn't slit in there. So they took her somewhere else, murdered her, and then put her on stage. I've already admitted that I saw Rena Ishida as my rival. The competition among performers can be so intense, but who benefits from the drama between artists? The record label, of course. The fans eat it up. Tomo Ori was the artist manager for both Rena and myself. He can be so controlling and manipulative. It seemed like Rena had just gotten in another argument with Ori-san. You say you spoke with Tomo already. Was he able to tell you anything more about what happened? I was warned never to trust a record label. Now I understand why. Yeah, I know. They can be kind of dirty. Hey, give me that. It's my diary. I don't want to do this. It goes against every aspect of my being. It's horrible, but I have no choice. I can't believe this is what my career has come to. What exactly were you writing about? No, that's a secret. All right, I can explain. I hope this isn't like extra gross. My money is on the label manager? Kind of thinking. So remember, Kiki-chan, when Rena is about to begin her encore, that's your cue to rush the stage and splash black paint, black paint, all over her pretty white dress. All right, I just don't understand why I have to be so mean and nasty toward her. Social media drama, a new rivalry between a popular veteran and an ambitious upstart. The press will have a field day. But I love her music. She's so inspiring. This doesn't feel like me at all. Your performance contract says you do what we tell you to do. If Oricon Records tells you to bark like a dog, you do as you're told. There's 100 other singers willing to sign the same contract. Do you want to make a name for yourself or not? That's showbiz. Rena had many fans, which gave her more leverage in negotiating with the record label, but not me. I may have been instructed by the label to start a conflict with Rena for the sake of publicity, but I didn't want to do it. That's what I wrote about in my diary. Sometimes it feels like the only way I can express myself. I'm with you, love. I was like, what? Ganbate? We have 2 more suspects. Real story. Yeah, it's like not even a joke. Record labels are vicious monsters. So there's Tomo. Does this go to a different floor? Oh yeah, this is Billy Kramer. Okay. Is that another dog or a cat? That's a cat. Oh, the cat gave us a little heart this time. Oh my gosh, so cute. No doggy beds? Okay. Oh wait, I'm not Chloe. Oh, there's a clue. Oh, this looks exactly like the murder victim's hair, but it's fake. This is a wig. Why is it in here? Whoever made this certainly knew what they were doing. Oh, I wonder what the convention chair Lena Kramer has to say about this. The plot gets even thicker. Okay, there's a doggy bag. Billy. I'll have you know my time is valuable, Detective Gary. Gary? Sky. Yeah, get it right. Whatever, buddy. Just make it snappy. I'm looking for something important that I misplaced. Yokai-con financier. My name's Billy Kramer, and I'm the one putting up the money to run this anime convention. Yippee-con, Yucky-con, whatever. Isn't this guy the one that was like accused of murder in the other game? Silly thing, my daughter Lana decided to name it. What would happen if you tried to talk the cat while moving around as Chloe? Oh, I think it does hiss. I'll have to check that after this, Techie. Good, I guess you spoke to Lana already. At least my tax dollars are paying for something. I believe the anime convention is called Yokai-con, sir. Whatever, I don't speak Chinese. Oh no. Do I look like I have time to watch children's cartoons? To be fair, there are many anime that I would not classify as children cartoons, my good sir. Run a huge video game publishing enterprise, Hacktivision Games. Yes, this is the same from the other game. Have you seen our record high stock prices listed in today's Philadelphia Inquisitor? That poor singer, I know, very bad for business. It's not my position to mingle with the talent. I let Lana make all the guest booking decisions. I wanted to get into the field of trade show management. Thought this would be a good way to test the market. That's why I agreed to it. Anyway, I didn't kill her. I don't even listen to K-pop. Not this guy. Yeah. I was here in the convention suite when all the commotion started. I was having a discussion with the hotel owner, Betty Bilderbilt. Oh, you spoke to her already. Sounds like his alibi checks out. Had the audacity to try and demand a bigger down payment for hosting the convention here. I told her it was out of the question. It's not my fault if she can't keep this place out of the red financially. Not my problem. I have to agree with him, admittedly. Locked room, well, an old building like this is bound to be full of secrets. Speaking of which, have you seen an old piece of paper lying around somewhere? I must have dropped it. It belongs to me. I haggled over it fair and square. If you ask me, what piece of paper? Now I'm curious. Betty Bilderbilt is your murderer. I bet she did it to get back at me by sabotaging the event. Do you believe all that hogwash about ghosts? You talked to her already? Don't you think she's a little crazy? No, I don't know how she did it. That's your job. Figure it out. Smoke and mirrors, holograms, a secret passage, maybe? Oops. Good sir. Did you commit 2 murders? You mentioned that you're looking for an important piece of paper. Or wasn't he the person that was murdered? I can't remember. It would be kind of funny if he was the person that was murdered. Anyway, he is in the other game. We'll have to look and see who it is after. It wouldn't happen to be 100 years old, would it? Huh? Cleo and I recovered this document in our search. To reach my secret Heidi. Gaze at the 5 statues idly. There's a secret passage. Ah! The key is to play the ivory. So you have to play the piano. Deep down below, you'll find me. Bart. Hey, give me that. It's mine. It's a clue in a murder investigation now. But what is it? That text is a riddle written by Bartholomew Bilderbilt that leads to his treasures. Oh, that's why you want it. That fool owner of the hotel sold it to me for cheap, not knowing what it was. When that article in the Philadelphia Inquisitor announced the reopening of this hotel, it mentioned the original owner's arrest for violating prohibition laws. Uh-huh. His gold, that's what's hidden somewhere in the Bilderbilt Hotel, and this riddle is the key. Alright, I admit it, that's the whole reason I agreed to finance this anime convention in the first place. It provided distraction to keep the hotel management busy while I search for Bartholomew the bartender's treasure and get rich. But now with the murderer about, I'm not taking chances. Oh, links to that's smart. Here, you can try your luck. I haven't been able to make any sense out of this confounded riddle. Really? It actually seems really simple. I should have known better. I should have known better than to take my daughter's business idea seriously. I guess I can use Yokai-con as a tax write-off. Rough. Says the man who bought a piece of paper about an old, like... the cat does not like the dog. Indeed. Okay, so we have gone all the way around. I think we need to go. Let's go to the 13th floor. They really want you to repeatedly watch that scene more than once. Yeah, I imagine it's for if you like struggle to keep clues straight. Hannah. This floor is off limits to hotel guests, but you're a detective, so I understand. Hospitality worker. Been working as a hospitality worker here for 6 months. The hotel doesn't get that much traffic, and my boss, Betty, likes to put on a show. So I spend most of my time up here on the 13th floor trying to clean this place up. But that's all right. I don't mind keeping to myself. Oh, so you've already met my boss. She's hard to miss, right? The singer from the anime convention? I didn't know her. I'm not really into that stuff. There was that strange Japanese statue that was sent to the hotel 1 week ago. I left it on the front desk in the foyer. Is it still there? Ah, interesting. I was working on the 13th floor all evening. I wasn't aware of what had happened until we started searching the hotel. If I was you, I would find out who was on the 12th floor at the time of death. I have. And there was multiple people, so that doesn't help. How does a body materialize inside of a locked room? I don't know, but this hotel has had a lot of mechanical problems. Just when I had finished repairing all the broken windows up here, our freight elevator suddenly stopped working 2 weeks ago. Guess that's why I'm here, right? So basically, whoever did this has been in this hotel for a while? I don't know. I may not be a big anime fan, but one thing I do know a lot about is sewing craftsmanship. The J-pop merchandise sold by convention chair Lana Kramer looked cheap, shoddy, and mass-produced. I wonder how the singer or her record label would have reacted if they found out that she was making bootleg costumes. Could that have led to a conflict that got ugly? We already met Lana Kramer earlier in the exhibition hall. So maybe we need to, like, talk to her. You mentioned receiving a strange Japanese statue. Yes, that's right. Where did you find it? What can you tell me about this? Well, it happened 2 weeks ago. Wait, did she say 1 week? Inconsistency. What is this peculiar red statue doing on the front desk, Hannah? Because that's the same time the freight thing stopped working. It arrived in a package by way of today's mail. That's odd. Where did it come from? It was sent anonymously with no return address. Well, it certainly looks Japanese. Maybe it's from somebody affiliated with that anime convention coming up. Do you want me to get rid of it? No, Hannah, leave it here. This gives me an idea. Oh. Aw. That makes me more suspicious of her boss. My boss thinks this place is haunted and that a supernatural force did it. I don't ask questions and she gives me a paycheck. For me, it just amounts to a lot of mess to clean up. So that's our total of 8. Leo found a clue. 8 suspects. This paperwork is the financial balance sheet for the Builderbuilt Hotel. I wonder what we can learn from this. The hotel is in serious debt. Betty Builderbuilt is relying on the success of Yokai-Con to pay off the loan from the bank. If she doesn't come up with the money soon, then the hotel gets repossessed. We should speak to her again and see what she has to say about it. Is there a clue bag here? Definitely probably one down here. Oh, there's like holes in the floor. We'll go down that route in just a moment. Oh, there is another room here. Leo found a clue. Is this the needle? Oh no. This is a medical device called an auto-injector. It is used to treat severe allergic reaction by piercing the skin with a needle. It's empty. Someone must have discarded it here after using it. The name of the patient has been peeled off the label. I wonder who this belongs to. Why would that be randomly laying on a ground in a place like this in the first place? So that's what I'm thinking. This is like weird because her friend had like allergies. I'm assuming her friend like died to an allergic reaction of some kind. But why would allergy medication be here? Unless maybe her friend isn't dead? I'm not sure. But I'm very curious now. This is sus, as they say. Oh yeah, you can't walk through them. I meant the records, actually. That too. There's some sus stuff going on. Blue in the trash can. Makes sense. Hey, look, there's an old dog toy that somebody put inside the laundry cart. Really, Cleo? How can this thing be a clue in the case? All right, geez, I'll take it for you to play with later. Sometimes I just don't understand you, Cleo. All right, well, maybe it'll come into play. You never know. Yeah, the record, too, is just like... some pieces aren't piecing together, you know what I'm saying? I like the elevator music. I kind of want to do like a full sweep before revisiting people, so let's go to the basement and check that out really quick. We know there's no one down there. Oh, it's a statue. To reach my secret hiding, gaze at the 5 statues idly. Oh, so we have to find all 5 statues. There's something on the wall before you went up to the roof. Oh, maybe. I also need to now find the statues. This is an old issue of Stella, a J-pop singing genre music sign. This issue is from 2 years ago. A tragedy was shocked the world of J-pop music last week as Hime, aka Jennifer Bjorgard of Hime X Rena, was suddenly found dead at a photo shoot in the Philadelphia Public Gardens. Jennifer Bjorgard passed away due to a severe allergic reaction, and her body was recovered by her duet partner, Reina Ishida. Jennifer is survived by her parents and her sister, Rachel. Had recently been approached by the Japanese Oricon record label after their music video popularity exploded into the social media stratosphere. Attempts by Stella to interview Reina Ishida on the day of Hime's passing were rebuffed. Future plans for Reina after her partner's death are, at this point, unknown. Maybe Tuxedo Mask has been leaving hits for you to pick up? I think so. We already met Stella Nunes, the publisher, earlier, so Stella tried to interview Reina Ishida on the day that her music partner Hime died. We definitely need to speak to her about that new fact. I agree. This is super sus. Caution restricted area. There's something back there. There's a rat. I want a coin. We have enough quarters. Now I want to eat sushi in honor of Reina. There's a sword. Same, Kelsey. It's a machete knife. This must be what was used to kill Reina Ishida. We found the murder weapon. Oh my gosh, it looks just like the weapon held by that figurine, the Japanese One demon statue. These little fragments of industrial cable struck to the... Yes, I called it! It was cut after! Looks like somebody used this to slash the freight elevator cables too. Yes, I can't interact with these. Those are lights. Nothing in the trash can. Can I, like, interact with this mouse? Is it gonna take me somewhere? No. But we do need to go to the left still. Oh, her hotel room key! So the murder happened here in the basement. Yep. This is the key to the murder victim's hotel room. How did Reina Ishida's hotel room keycard end up here in the basement if she never went to the basement? Was the exact sequence of events? This is the freight elevator that connects to the hallway in the back of the Atlantic Theater. Someone stood right here and slashed the cables to break the elevator, but why and when? The ropes were cut using the machete we found. I don't know. There's a lot that's just like not adding up. Okay, we went down that way, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to the first floor. Send my 5 statues. I'm assuming there's a statue on each floor. At least that would make sense. And then I'm assuming we have to play the ivory keys. meaning the piano. So let's find the statue here first. See if it's in... Is it in here? I know I saw them. Oh, here's 2 and 3. So maybe those are the only 2. This. Did we move the body? I'm assuming somebody moved the body because nothing triggered or interacted with that. Otherwise, this case just got more interesting. So there's 3 out of the 5. Let's just see. I need to make sure they're not on this floor because they always could be. These are workout things. Someone stole the body. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was a statue in the basement. I did get the one in the basement. Yes, thank you. Oh, here's Stella. Let's re-talk to her. Excuse me, Stella? Hey, that's the old issue of my Zine. The one that hasn't been released yet. I was planning to show it to Reina Ishida, but I must have dropped it somewhere. Yes, I found it in the hotel basement. I wrote an article about Reina and her past in Philadelphia leading up to her performance, along with an old picture. What picture? Huh. Oh, is this the scene that we saw? I was at the Public Gardens 2 years ago to do a photo shoot with Hima X Reina for my music sign on that sad day. I had just set up my automatic camera when I stepped away to take a phone call. It was Jennifer's sister Rachel, who was meeting us and bringing some costume changes for the pair. That was when tragedy struck. Jennifer had serious allergies and she'd be stung by a bee by accident. She had left her medical auto-injector back in the car, and Rena had raced back to go get it. She ran as fast as she could, but by the time she returned to Jennifer's side, it was already too late. So the girl gets stung by a bee. Wasn't until later, when I was at the hospital with Rena and with Jennifer's family, that I noticed my automatic camera had snapped this. Huh. This picture. I know it looks bad, but Rena had recovered Jennifer's auto-injector and she was just attempting to treat her with it. I guess that makes sense. Epinephrine before she passed. But don't you put that in the butt? After that day, Rena Ishida became a very different person. Soon she was back in Tokyo working with Oricon Records, and she'd stopped returning my phone calls. Story is incredibly sad, but it doesn't explain why I found your magazine lying on the floor of the hotel basement. What were you doing down there? There was something wrong with the elevator. What do you mean? Well, I had left the mezzanine. Well, I had left the mezzanine and I pressed the button to go back to the first floor, but that's not what happened. I was sure I pressed the correct button for the first floor. So at the time of commotion outside Rena Ishida's hotel room, that's right, I was alone in the hotel basement. I got lost. I'm sorry I lied about that earlier, but I didn't want to seem suspicious. That makes me more suspicious. Before I found my way back to the elevator, I heard this strange popping sound coming from somewhere else in the basement. It sounded like something mechanical had been broken. I don't have an explanation, but I thought it was worth mentioning. You're super sus. Oh, this is a statue. I'm so glad I turned and checked. I was like, I wonder if that's a statue. Okay. So there's only one more statue. We do need to re-talk to Betty. Hey, give me that. You know what this is, don't you? The hotel balance sheet. This is proprietary. Financial records confirm that the hotel is about to be repossessed by the bank if you don't find a way to raise a huge sum of money, don't they? What of it? You're desperate, willing to do anything to preserve the hotel, which is such an important part of your family's legacy. Stop already, it's true. If we don't raise at least $1 million by the next quarter, the builder-built hotel is history. So then I got the idea when my assistant showed me the Japanese demon statue. I I was gonna? I was gonna open a ghost tour business, you know, let paranormal enthusiasts spend the night on the 13th floor. That sort of thing. May not be safe up there, but we need that money, honey. When you found out there was a murder earlier tonight, you wanted to take advantage of it. I admit that the thought crossed my mind, but I certainly didn't kill that poor girl. I was in the convention suite trying to get Mr. Kramer to pay up. I'm an opportunist. Does that make me a monster? I'm just as baffled as everyone else about what happened, but if you ask me... if you and your dog really can unmask the killer, well, there's hope, right? I'm still kind of thinking the record label guy is to blame. It's kind of better to have talent get murdered all of a sudden than just, like, stop working for you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So... let's go back to the 12th floor. Did we need to re-talk to somebody? 1208. This is Kiki. I don't think we have anything else to present with her. Yeah, okay, wait, no, this is just the diary part. So I think we presented evidence to each person. Oops. I did not mean to replay this scene. I'm sorry. Must love the 8-bit sounds. I feel like he made Jennifer is not dead and she's the one that did it. That's what I was kind of thinking too, Santa. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know that seems silly, but I feel like it might have been what happened. Okay, so 1206. And we already presented the evidence to him because he had the flowers. Let's go talk to the one guy again. Oh, have we seen? Also, we need to make sure we haven't passed any statues. Hey, Strider. Welcome in. How are you doing? You didn't mention you had a contract dispute with the victim. Oh, wait. So we did have this one. So we've seen the scene, sorry. I was wondering if us talking to Kiki and him exposing would trigger something new, but it doesn't. So it seems like only one thing. Okay. I'm doing quite well, Strider. Thank you for asking. We're playing a fun little murder mystery game tonight. We still need to find that last statue. So let's do that really quickly. We'll search all the rooms one by one. Billy Kramer. So the piece of parchment was the one. Okay, yeah, here's the 5th statue. My Scooby-Doo sense is tingling. Yeah. That was the last statue we needed to find. We should check and see what the next riddle tells us to do. To go play the ivories, and that is downstairs, I think. I think whoever did it has access to that room. So let's go to floor 1. Where the piano is. Yeah. The key is to play the ivory. The riddle must be referring to this white piano. Let's see what happens. I was about to say a door is definitely about to open up. Catacombs. That's spooky. Doggy bag. 18 out of 20. This is interesting. Candles. Oh. These buttons look just like the buttons found on the hotel elevator, but they're fake. Somebody use these fake elevator buttons to change the floors where the elevator stops by sticking them on top of the real elevator buttons. The first oh, I see what happens. First floor and the basement are switched, and then the 12th and 13th floor are also switched. This way, when an unsuspecting person inadvertently pressed the button for the first floor lobby, they'd really be taken to the basement. Or if someone unwittingly pressed the button to go to the convention guest rooms on the 12th floor, they'd instead be taken to the 13th floor. But who has access to this? Doggy bag 19. Let's see if we can get all of them. I think in the last game I missed like 1 or 2. I think that's where we came from. Oh, a secret room. Well, we found Bartholomew Builderbilt's secret speakeasy, but I don't see a treasure here. Oh, I see. According to that old newspaper article, last words were, "You corrupt pigs can take away my dark ale and my red wine, but you'll never find my secret stash of gold." Red wine and dark ale. When he said gold, he wasn't talking about a pot of gold. He was talking about gold rum. So the police couldn't take away his gold rum because he'd already drank it. There's no treasure. That's funny. And misunderstood. But if you empty bottles of booze. Rip. Or Billy Kramer. Spent all this money to find a treasure that doesn't exist. But at least we found our lost doggy bag. Is there any other clues? No clues in here? Really? Okay. Just some spooky statues. Well, we've officially explored everywhere if there are no doggy bags left. That's what we have learned. Are we good? Yeah, okay, we went up there. Not the catacombs. I agree. We don't like the catacombs. So we've explored everywhere except we still need to go play our little arcade game. Was that down in the foyer? That's out there. That's the gym, right? Yes. I think the arcade games are in the foyer. Where's your flashlight? Should you check out the wall next to the exit door on the roof? Oh, actually, yes. Did we get to the roof from floor 13? I think we did. Or do you mean it was like on the wall up here? Just look like door numbers. I'm curious about this. Yeah. Can't interact. Okay. So I think we're good. I think we're done. That's the roof. I do love this parallax effects. I think that's really smart. Really nice little touch there. Okay, so we know that these are all like messed up. Do we need to go back to the basement for any reason? I don't think so. Does that mean we're ready to solve it? Because we've re-talked to everybody, right? What I think I saw was just a lamp. Oh no. It's okay. Wait, so this is the studio area. Trying to find the... This is the convention hall. Yeah. It's going to say... We've got 3/4. Hey, it's a Japanese role-playing game. This is an optional minigame. Alright, let's play the minigame. Is this Flappy Bird? You are the chosen one who can save the world from evil. But this is only the beginning of the game. For now, your first trial is to go find a lost kitten in the misty woods. Where's Cleo when I need her? That's funny. There's a cat. The magical princess was kidnapped by blah, blah, blah. This game has been going on for a long time. I should probably stop playing and get back to the mystery soon. Whoa, it's time to fight the final boss. Oh my gosh. Is this gonna be like a strategy game? Routine. Sword. Owie. I think we're gonna have to heal. Ow. This poutine. Reheal my health. Poutine instead of protein powder. Okay. Now we're gonna have to alternate every turn. I love the old game noises. Me too. Except this is a tad tedious because I'm gonna have to keep just going back and forth between health and sword. Maybe I'll get an achievement for it. Oh my gosh, can I even like afford to attack? I guess it doesn't really matter if I win. Alright, we're fine. Hopefully he hits me. Okay, yeah. So I'll do poutine one more time and then we'll be done. Alright, you're going down, big boss boy. Epic hero triumphed over the final boss. Oh wow, I won. So I guess this is the part where I get to meet the magical princess. The dog. Leo certainly gets spoiled enough to be a princess. Oh, that's funny. Alright, well. I don't think I presented evidence to her yet. Oh geez, you found that? No, it's really not mine, I swear. This wig looks great, and my merchandise in the dealer's room is shoddy and mass-produced. My dad said that I should cut costs to have a larger profit margin. I found it lying on the ground haphazardly in the dealer's room, and I couldn't resist. I grabbed it and took it to the con suite so that I could look at it later. It looks just like Rena Ishida's real hair. I was planning to take it and copy it. My dad would have been impressed. Whoever made this cosplay wig knew what they were doing and went through a great deal of trouble. It's a perfect copy. The murder victim's hairstyle. I'm sorry I took it. I didn't want a record label to see that I had it. Guess I've never thought of it until now, but what's this perfect replica of Rena Rashida's hair doing at YokaiCon? Yeah, I want to know that too. Chloe. So I think that officially marks... Have we talked to the girl? I want to go talk to the girl on the 13th floor one more time, because I don't know if I presented evidence to her. Fairly certain I've talked to every other of the 8 victims. They had the guy, the girl. I might just be forgetting. Oh yeah, okay. This is what we had mentioned. I forgot about this little snippet. Okay, so we have talked to everybody again. So we need to go solve it now. I actually do think it's like her old friend didn't die, but I don't know how that would happen. been locked by the police, but who can we talk to solve it then? There's got to be something else to do. Wait, now I'm confused. Who else do we need to talk to? Hang on. Case file. Machete, balance sheet, Bartholomew's riddle, Oni statue, freight elevator, old newspaper. Maybe we need to go talk to the dad again? Costly wig. Spilled paint, recorded, record contract. So we talked to the new girl. Map. Foyer. Atlantic Theater. Exhibit hall. Broken freight elevator. Suspects, here we went. Robert Forbes, we talked to him. Betty Bilderbill. Talked to her. Lana, Hannah, Tomo, Kiki, Billy. Stella? The only person I can think of to talk to again is the dad. About the note. But beyond that, actually, because this is just Kiki. We already talked to her. He's not in this one. You're that one. You mentioned that you're looking for an important piece of paper. It wouldn't happen to be 100 years old, would it? Wait. Yeah, so we already sold this. So who can we talk to about solving the murder? Because at this point, I've talked to everybody and presented evidence to everybody. I'm actually, like, curious. To go back here really quickly. Just make sure nothing like changed. Doesn't look like it though. Okay. And the secret room was on floor 1. There was nothing in that either. Okay, so she's... No, that's the secret catacombs. Yeah, we've already explored this really. Not worried about that. She's up here, right? No, I already presented. Okay, now I'm just confused. Baggy bags? Game end? No, I don't want to end the game. Riddle? Oh, that's just full. Okay. Deep down, you'll find me. I still think maybe there's something like... The bees is the... Oh, I get this because this... beehive. Her friend was allergic. And there was an EpiPen like up in the 13th floor. That's the elevator. Wait, how do I have to, who do I have to talk to about ending this thing? I'm confused. So there has to be something else we have to do, right? I'm confused. Utterly and terribly. There was a hint option in the menu. That's actually a good point. I will use that. I wonder if there are any more clues to be found in the fitness center. Oh, okay. I actually think it was in the mezzanine. There is a hint option. Thank you, Elite Street Boys. You both caught it for me. So, fitness center is up here. Is the clue this thing? Do I have to, like, get in the water? Oh my gosh, you can go in the water. I just assumed you couldn't. I thought it was just like a sweeper. Oh, I feel silly. That's unusual. What is this large red towel doing floating around in the swimming pool? How did it get here? Why has most of the water been drained from the pool? The chlorine has made the towel a crimson red. No, that's blood, my friend. That is blood. Okay. So... this is interesting. Betty built or built. Did you murder somebody in the pool? Alright. We found all the clues, met all the suspects, and uncovered all the evidence. We're ready to contact Officer Adams. Perfect. Who killed the victim and reveal all the secrets of the case? Are you sure? Yes. Hello? Excellent. Yes, Detective Officer Bailey and I will have everything prepared. The explanation. Dun dun dun. Before the explanation scene, there's no penalty for a wrong answer, and a correct guess will result in an award achievement. Oh yeah, let's see. Who do we think killed Rena Ashita? There's no penalty for picking wrong here. I find it unlikely that it was Billy. I find it unlikely that it was Kiki. And I don't personally think it was Robert Forbes. Stella Nunes is really questionable. Tomo is my highest of the suspect list. And Hannah is too, like, I don't know. She's kind of secretive and weird. I don't know. Maybe that's maybe that's a good thing. She's minding her own business, but also, like, who would have access to be switching out hotel buttons? Who would have all the knowledge of, like, the hotel? We know Billy. Billy had the hint to the room, like the secret room. Nothing was really in the secret room. We know in the catacombs. Oh no, that was part of the catacombs. Tomokazu Ori. I don't know. I almost think it was Stella. Is that weird? I don't know. Tomo was with her right before she died. So I personally think he's the most suspicious. And he doesn't have anybody, like, he could have just gone after killing her to go get help. It doesn't really make sense. The only people who can vouch for him saw him after the victim was dead. And it wouldn't be too far off to assume that the manager has a key to her room as well because he's her manager. So he could probably easily request something like that. This would be my guess, in all honesty. Or maybe Stella for having bad blood because they would never do an interview with her. That doesn't seem like enough motive, but maybe if there's more story to it. The weird thing that throws me off is the wig. So was he planning on... I think it's Tomo because I think then if he hadn't have gotten caught, He could just have Kiki, like, wear her wig and pretend to be her. And that would knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, you know what I mean? Like, he could just ultimately say, "Hey, she's dead to preserve our brand. You become our new star. You pretend to be her." Because none of this has gotten out to the public yet. Like, this is just in between these 8 people right now. So I'm gonna agree with both of you guys, and we're gonna go with Tomo. Choose your difficulty level. I'm not gonna do hard. But we didn't get an achievement. Does that mean we're wrong? Or does it come after? I don't know. Okay, the hours before dawn. How long are you going to put us all through the shame and dishonor? I'm jet lagged and it's the middle of the night. Do you American police even have any idea who killed my singer? We need to figure out what happened, no matter what. I understand your frustration, and I'm going to try to make this as clear as possible. One of the people here now murdered Rena Ishida, and I know who it is. Her death was quite a perplexing one. It seemed impossible. The victim was heard screaming inside her locked room on the 12th floor, and then later her body was recovered on stage inside the locked Atlantic Theater. Although this old hotel is prone to decades of rumors about ghosts and the supernatural, there is a perfectly logical explanation for Rena Ishida's murder. Reina's singing career may have brought her legions of fans, but here at Yokai Con in Philadelphia, she was surrounded by bitter enemies with dark motives. Oh, rubbish. I had just met the poor girl. Betty Belderbilt, after the victim's body was discovered, you did everything you could to convince the police that the death was an occult phenomenon. You had an ulterior motive for propagating these rumors and legends. When Cleo and I discovered this clue, I realized that you were hoping to profit from her death. The balance sheet. The Bilderbilt Hotel's financial balance sheet. Your beloved family Bilderbilt Hotel was in heavy debt to the Liberty Bell Bank, and with foreclosure looming if you were unable to find a way to make a lot of money quickly. Your hotel became famous for an unsolved murder case rife with rumors and shock. The surge of media attention would make you rich. It's true. She said it too. If I don't repay my loan, then the bank closes the doors. But I didn't kill her. How can you accuse me of such a crock? Nevertheless, you may have gotten the idea from your employee, Hannah Ko, when she brought this spooky trinket to your attention recently. The Oni statue. While your boss told you to leave the creepy red statuette on her desk in the hotel lobby, somehow it turned up inside the victim's locked bedroom. That's a good point. What? Me? I was just following orders. Leave my hotel staff out of this. You've got a lot of nerve. I'm only suggesting that you had an accomplice in your plan to turn the Bilderbilt Hotel into a horror tourism destination. You and your hired help weren't the only ones who could have had the opportunity to conspire together for your own gains. Sounds to me like a wild goose chase, detective. Admit it, you're totally lost. Only when you admit that you had your own secret reasons for financing the anime convention, Mr. Kramer. I admit nothing. You were here only for your own wild goose chase, a treasure hunt, as Cleo and I discovered when we stumbled upon the strange old document that was in your possession. You discovered the riddle left by Bartholomew Bilderbilt, the original proprietor of the hotel, which you believed would lead to your treasure. At first, you wanted nothing to do with your daughter's idea to put on an anime convention. It wasn't until you read a newspaper article suggesting the whereabouts of a secret stash of gold you agreed to cooperate with her. Daddy, is this true? Yes. Lana dear, business is very complicated. Very complex. Alright, Gary, it's true. Gary, our name is Guy. I thought Yokai-Con was a poor business idea, like most of my daughter's whims and fancies, but when I found that sheet of paper, I knew I'd figure out something that nobody else had picked up on. Hosting the event here would give me an ample time to search for Bartholomew's treasure while Betty and the hotel staff were distracted. You fool, it was rum! Rum! What? There was no treasure in my grandfather's secret speakeasy. You knew about that? It was my grandfather, after all. You still need to pay up. I'm waiting. The treasure hunt may have led to a dead end, but Bartholomew was Prohibition-era bartender wasn't the only one bootlegging. What are you talking about? Unlicensed merchandise based on Rena Ishida's performance. Cleo and I found the suspicious item in the convention suite. Convention suite? The convention suite... Was that the music video? No. Okay. We're talking about the cosplay wig. Okay. Well, they had mentioned that the video was also bootlegged. So is he the one that did the, like, bootleg merchandising? We found a cosplay wig that looked exactly like Rena Ishida's stylish hair. Your father was planning to start mass producing and selling accessories for a Rena Ishida cosplay with you as well, an accessory. All right, it's true. I took the cosplay wig. I couldn't resist. The craftsmanship was just so incredibly realistic. Oh my gosh, I had to have it. I know the situation looks hairy, but I certainly didn't kill Rena Ishida. I can't believe this. You were gonna steal the costume design? That's what this is all about? All you wanted to do was exploit her. What about you, Ori-san? From what Cleo and I learned, Rena Ishida was putting your record label under a lot of pressure. Excuse me? Rena Ishida was planning to leave Oricon Records very soon. Cleo and I discovered this when we read this important legal document. Rena Ishida's record contract, the one she hadn't renewed, who you saw as one of your company's most prized assets, was planning to retire from singing, to graduate, to leave and move on. All right, it's true. Rena Ishida's departure would have been a public relations disaster. I wasn't going to let that happen. But I didn't kill her. I think you did. Rena was going to graduate from being an idol performer. She was going to leave the music business. That would have been hard on her fans. But you, Kiki Suzuki, were extremely jealous. Rena Ishida was my hero. You were faced with a difficult choice, which Cleo and I read about in your own words when we found the startling clue. Her diary. In your diary. I don't want to do this. It goes against every aspect of my being. It's horrible, but I have no choice. I can't believe this is what my career has come to. It's true, I was under contract to stir up drama with Rena and the record label to help generate attention. Quiet, Kiki. You're violating our non-disclosure agreement. So what? I don't care. Now she's dead. This is more important than my career. A rivalry between idol singers sounds like juicy gossip to me. Absolutely. We had a lot of private knowledge of the murder victim's history as part of a popular idol performance duo. Leo and I learned a lot about her history as part of another horrible tragedy from 2 years ago when we read this. Design, right? We found an old issue of the music Zine that you published. The special issue from 2 years ago. I brought it with me to the convention so I could show it to Rena. You even showed us a shocking, unpublished picture of Rena and her friend Jennifer taking at the Philadelphia Public Gardens. Maybe you were looking to blackmail Rena Ishida with this image. Maybe she wouldn't pay. That's not true. All I wanted was to do a retrospective interview with Rena Ishida for my readership. Her idol group Reda X Hime meant so much to all the fans. We all wanted Rena to succeed after her duet partner Hime died young. The victim certainly meant a lot to you, Robert. I enjoyed her music. A lot of people did. But it made you very upset when Reda Ishida spurned your advance, as Cleo and I learned when you were seen with this item. The bouquet. The bouquet of roses you bought for the murder victim. It's true, I had a huge fan crush on Rena, and I was devastated when she just walked right by me. Had no idea she was planning to retire from music. I guess I only saw her as a performer, which might be why she reacted the way she did. Yeah, you kind of need to see her as a person. So as you can all see, each one of you had reasons to resent Rena Ishida or to benefit from her death. At first, it appeared as though each of you had an alibi at the time she screamed from inside her locked hotel room on the 12th floor. I was the one who heard her scream. I raced around the 12th floor in the lobby until I found the hotel proprietor. Mr. Kramer can confirm my alibi for the time of death. We were arguing. The three of us can vouch for each other's whereabouts. Robert Forrest and I were watching videos and talking in the room across the 12th floor balcony. Affirmative. I was in the exposition hall, nowhere near the bedroom. Likewise, I was lost in the hotel basement at the time. I was working up on the 13th floor. Then how was Rena Ishida's murder possible? When Cleo and I explored the secret catacombs, we discovered a clue that was as good as gold. The clue that explained the whole locked room puzzle surrounding the victim's time of death. Fake elevator buttons. We found a set of fake buttons which were a perfect match to the buttons on the main elevator that connects the basement. First floor, mezzanine, 12th floor, and 13th floor. The killer created and used these fake buttons to obfuscate the true location of Rena Ishida's death. That was their trick to make it seem impossible to create the perfect crime. Even though Ori-san heard a woman scream from inside Rena Ishida's hotel room, the true murder had already taken place somewhere else. Wait. So, who was screaming? The victim was already dead. I see. The elevator button panel is designed so that the higher floors are read from down to up and from left to right. The pattern had been changed inconsistently. For example, the button for 12 was switched with the button for 13. Without any other changes, then it might have aroused suspicion from the hotel guests. This is why 2 sets of fake buttons were made. It looked more convincing and believable that way. The killer simply switched the buttons for 12 and 13 and also for B and 1. The simple trick is what made the crime possible. Multiple witnesses saw Rena Ishida leaving the foyer in the elevator after she had been threatened by Kiki Suzuki and then approached by Robert Forbes. When Rena Ishida left the foyer on the first floor to retire to her bedroom on the 12th floor, she naturally would have pressed the button labeled 12. But instead, unbeknownst to her, the elevator took her to a different floor of the builder built. So she was murdered on the 13th floor? Since the buttons for floors 12 and 13 were switched, Rena unwittingly got off on the 13th floor where she was ambushed by the murderer. I would have said that in recording, but there was no clue for that. The killer had no reason to lie about their whereabouts at the time of death as long as everyone believed that the victim was murdered inside her locked hotel room. So then who killed them? So then does it have to be Hannah? Because Hannah straight up said she was on the 13th floor at the time of murder. I kind of want to pick Hannah. I have to, let's see. Oh my gosh. Aniko is the murderer. Excuse me? But I saw Rena Ishida leave the elevator and enter her locked... Oh, they had the wig. That makes sense. Entered her locked hotel room. She walked right by me without saying a word. No, you saw someone dressed in Rena Ishida's costume walk by, and then you heard someone scream from inside Rena Ishida's hotel room. I didn't think it would be the hotel people. I mean, I kind of figured it had to be. I've waited 2 long years. Oh, it's her. I was going to tell you. I thought that Hannah was her friend. Oh my gosh. I've waited 2 long years for this. As soon as Rena got off the elevator on the 13th floor, Hanako was armed with the murder weapon and ready to strike. She quickly slit the throat of the famous J-pop singer who she hated so much. Next, disguised by Rena Ishida's signature look with extravagant long bangs of hair and a medical face mask, Hanako walked right past Tomokazu Ori and into the victim's hotel room on the 12th floor. Hannah had already fished Rena's hotel room keycard off her person, which allowed her to enter the locked door. She placed that sinister-looking red Japanese Oni statue in the room during the interval she was inside. And then she waited. When Ori-san heard the scream from inside Rena's locked bedroom, his immediate reaction was to seek help opening the locked bedroom door. He hurried to the first floor and frantically tried to find Betty Bilderbilt. The coast was clear for Hannah to escape from the seemingly locked room where it appeared that Rena Ishida had been attacked. The rest was, well, housekeeping. During the intensive hotel-wide manhunt to look for Rena Ishida, Hanako had lots of time to neatly clean up the crime scene. The blood-red towel which Cleo and I found in the hotel swimming pool was used to cover the victim's body so it wouldn't be seen. The blood was filtered out when Hannah drained the water in the pool. The cosplay wig was placed in the exhibition hall where Hannah knew that Lena Kramer would be enticed by it. Rena's hotel room keycard was dumped in the basement where Cleo noticed it later. One thing I don't understand is how the killer brought the victim's body into the theater on stage. The front door of the Atlantic Theater was locked and the freight elevator from the basement had been reported. I can answer this one for you. She's the one that's been fixing everything. Stands to reason that that elevator was working perfectly fine because, let's be honest, Miss Hotel Owner isn't going to check or know anything, and then as soon as she committed the murder, she slashed it. Broken before the guests arrived. Right, how did she get into and out of it? It was all lies and deception. Who reports the broken windows on the 13th floor to the hotel management? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Who anonymously ships the mysterious Oni statue to the hotel and shows it to her boss? Who claims that the freight elevator in the basement is broken? At the time of Rena Ishida's murder, What was the true condition of the freight elevator? Working. The freight elevator was still in perfect working order when Hanako used it to bring Rena Ishida's body into the locked Atlantic Theater. So that was the strange popping mechanical noise I heard when I inadvertently took the elevator to the basement and got lost. After killing Rena with the machete, Hannah used it a second time to actually break the elevator cables once the job was done, created the illusion of a locked room, and corroborated her claim that the freight elevator had been broken all along. But not before accidentally knocking over the bucket of paint and tracking a few footsteps in the seemingly locked Atlantic Theater. You had been obsessively plotting to murder Rena Ishida for a long time. When you saw the announcement that she would be performing at YokaiCon, you took this job at the Builder-Built Hotel and agreed to work under the table for low wages. Also, you could formulate the perfect crime. You would have your revenge, wouldn't you, Rachel? Rachel? Who is Rachel? Rachel is the true identity of the person you've come to know as Hanako. Yes, the old issue of Stella J-Pop magazine from 2 years ago describes a harrowing account of Jennifer Hime Beauregard's shocking and untimely death at a photo shoot in the Philadelphia Public Gardens. Okay, we read that before. Passed away, survived by her parents. Oh, and her sister. Oh, that's so sad, actually. It's basically the dead girl's sister come back to haunt this. Oh, man. Why you gotta, like, be, like, vengeful? Stella News, the Zine's editor-in-chief, later showed me the secret picture taken by her automatic camera at the scene of Jennifer Beauregard's death. The one that only Stella and Hime's family members knew about. Incredible. It looks like Rena killed Hime by stabbing her. I don't believe it. This damning photograph from 2 years ago was Rachel's motive for Rena Ishida's murder. Stop calling me Rachel. I think it's time that you clear up who this Rachel person is. Leo and I figured it out when we watched the old performance video from Hima x Rena. Right, because she mentions her sister here for doing their costumes. She's the one that used to make their costumes. So it makes sense that she had the wig. Thanks so much to everyone. Yep. Thank our friends, family, fans all over the world, and my wonderfully creative sister Hanako for making these amazing costumes. It all makes sense. She wanted to kill her because she thought she murdered her sister. Revenge. Her motive was revenge. Hanako's true identity is Rachel Beauregard, Jennifer Hime Beauregard's sister. In this music video, she is credited as the idol group's costume designer Hanako, or Hanako. Ah. How amusing, detective. How did I move Rena Ishida's heavy body from the 13th floor all the way to the theater on the first floor? She's right, it's impossible. You had me going for a while with this theory, but it seems like you've gone a bit off the rails, detective. I mean, there's got to be a clue that explains how she did it. What could it be? The dog toy? No, Cleo, it's not time to play now. But the dog toy doesn't explain anything. Dog toy. I think I get it. Where did Cleo and I recover? In the laundry cart. That was basically the laundry cart. Cleo and I found this hotel laundry cart left out on the hotel roof. The laundry cart was used to conceal and transport the victim's body from the 13th floor to the Atlantic Theater using the freight elevator in the basement. It was Cleo. The murderer tried hiding on the roof in hopes of preventing the police from making this important connection. You were a master of disguise, Rachel. If Cleo and I hadn't recovered those phony elevator buttons from the underwater drain in the catacombs, you might have escaped. But the evidence proves that you're the only person who had the opportunity to commit this horrible crime. I never expected that somebody would recover my phony elevator buttons when I dropped them into the storm drain in the hotel courtyard. It's true. Huh. Oni statue? Since that fateful day, I became like the Japanese Oni statue, pure evil, hellbent on avenging Jennifer's death. Nothing would stand in my way. All my schemes led up to what happened earlier tonight. When I saw that secret photograph that the magazine photographer gave to my parents, I knew that the worst was true. Rena Ishida stabbed my sister to death in cold blood, all so that she could ink a deal with Oricon Records as a solo performer. It's all greed and selfishness for her music career. Do what you want with me. I don't care. You people are not my judges. Rena Ishida got away with murder, and she deserved to die by my hand. Huh. Well, it's gonna be awkward when we tell you that's not the truth. You're wrong, Rachel. Rena didn't murder your sister. The opposite. She tried to save her. No, you lie. Jennifer Beauregard is documented to have died from an allergic reaction, not a stab wound. Are you asking me to disbelieve my own eyes? That accursed photograph reveals the real story. I never trusted anybody who tried to get close to Jennifer once her singing started getting noticed. No, not even the doctors. I'm the only one who cared about my sister when everybody else wanted to hurt her. Look closely, Rachel. What object is Rena actually holding in her hand at this moment? Here is what the picture actually shows. Jennifer. Rena. Here, Jennifer, take this. Hime's death was attributed to an allergic reaction. She was stung by the bee in the public garden, and by accident, she left her medical auto-injector in her car. Rena hurried back to Jennifer's car as fast as she could to retrieve the life-saving medical device and give her necessary treatment, but she was too late. In Stella's automatic camera photograph, the device in Rena's hands isn't a knife, it's Hime's medical auto-injector. Rena did everything she could to save her best friend's life. So it was just genuinely an accidental bee sting. Don't you see, Rachel? Rena didn't want any of this to happen. All she wanted was for your sister Jennifer to be happy and alive. Rena signed on with Oricon Records after her partner's untimely death so she could live Hime's dream of being a J-pop idol music star that was tragically taken away. But secretly, she was miserable and mourned the loss of her best friend and performance partner. Having done her best and made her peace, she was planning to leave the music career behind, which is why she refused to sign a new contract with Oricon Records. Rena Ishida had lived for Hime. Now it was time for her to graduate from being an idol and to finally live her own dream. She had been accepted to medical school, and her plan was to become an allergist so she could save other people like Hime. Rena, if only the fans knew how selfless she really was. Yes, I see. You just committed murder for nothing. Stella, this is all your fault. You sick paparazzi, if you hadn't taken that accursed photograph. Oh, Jennifer, what have I done? Well, you murdered her best friend. Don't worry, your sister will always love you. Aw, in a psychotic way. Quick, after. Yeah. Okay. Oh, do we have to chase her? Where's she going? You think she's going outside? Oh no, it's been locked. Where do we think she'd go? To the basement? Where? Can we go on the elevator? No, the elevator's closed. Oh, that makes sense. They just let her run by. I know, right? Rachel. She's getting attacked by bees? Rena. Is she also allergic to bees? Is she committing suicide by bees? Oh my gosh. That's a tad dramatic. She's dead. I don't mean to laugh at that, but that's really kind of ironically funny. All right, well. Epilogue. YokaiCon may have been cancelled due to the horrible events that had just taken place, but Cleo still captured the unofficial award for Best Costume Kawaii. A star is born. How did she get such an adorable costume anyway? We found all 20. As a special treat, Guy made Cleo a special Japanese treat, candy stick poutine. Sugoi. Wow, did not see that coming. I have to agree. 2 months later. says in today's newspaper that Betty Builder was able to raise enough money from horror tourism to pay off the bank loan and keep the family hotel. That seems positive. Billy Kramer lost money on his investment in Yokai-Con, but something tells me he'll be all right financially. At least. Next, I think I'd like to sell my company. That's a much safer bet. Right, he was the one that died selling his company. Kiki Suzuki went on to have a promising career as a J-pop music artist with Oricon Records. In her exclusive interview in Stella Idol Zine, she revealed that she is secretly dating a computer expert who she met in Philadelphia. So she's dating that guy. That's funny. That about wraps it up. I sure hope that nobody else is going to get murdered in the next few minutes. Is this leading into the next one? Phew! Well, Cleo, it looks like we have had some time to relax and play video games. For a change, what do you think? Collect all the doggy bags to win. Avoid 4 ghosts. Oh my gosh, it's Pac-Man. Oh my gosh, this is really funny. Oh no. Oh no. I was never good at Pac-Man. Ah! They're guarding it. Oh, that's funny. That's cute. Thanks for playing Murderous Game Over, Murder Otaku. We hope you enjoyed Cleo and Guy's latest spooky murder mystery adventure. Since you made it this far, please feel free to leave a review of this game or check out other games in the Murderous Game Over series to support the developer. The end. We definitely will make sure to leave a review. That was really fun. As always, a good way to kick off our 2025 spooky games. Ayasa Shadows of Silence is coming out, and then Little Nightmares 3. So you're going to get some screams this month for sure. Thankfully no screams in this one, but admittedly I'm still slightly, I'm almost 100% better from our previous sickness last week. I apologize for the lack of streams and shorts last week, but having no voice tends to do that. That said, I'm really excited to be back. I forget what we're streaming Thursday. Derek's streaming something. That much I know. I think he's doing, oh, are you doing Yuka Replayly? You're doing Yuka Replayly? Yeah, okay, so we were offered a wonderful code to Yuka Replayly, so that will be on the channel for Thursday. And then we have some surprises in store for next week too for Steam Next Fest. I'm not sure we're actually going to stream anything related to Steam Next Fest, but we have a couple of surprise streams to be had then. I think that's it. Sorry if I'm winded after that. That said, really looking forward to having my voice back and being back into the flow of content. And I will see you next Tuesday. Ducky will see you Thursday. I hope everybody had a wonderful time, and please have a good night. Bye.